So, hi to all the viewers. So, I'm very happy to introduce before you Dr. Satyendra Bansal, who has got a very good rank of All India rank 8 in the recently conducted INI SS Endocrinology April 2024 session, and thereby he has nothing but secured a DM Endocrinology seat in AIMS. So, big congrats to you, Dr. Satyendra.
Good evening, sir. Thank you, sir, for all the warm praises.
Okay. So, how do you feel now? Happy, relieved, or jubilant? How do
Feeling very happy, relieved, sir, and lot of gratitude towards all those who have helped me in this success, especially you, sir. Your contribution and your teaching and your concepts were very helpful in achieving this moment in my life.
So let's start our brief interview with a short introduction of yourself, from where you are from, where you have done your undergraduate and postgraduate courses from.
I am from Raipur, Chhattisgarh, sir, and I did my MBBS from Government Medical College, Raipur, and did my DNB General Medicine from Sector 9 Hospital, Bhilai, Chhattisgarh only. And then after I finished in 2009, my MBBS in 2019. I joined in, and then I finished my DNB degree in 2022. After that, I worked as a non-acad SR in endocrinology department. I was determined for endocrinology as a branch, so I tried and worked there, and I liked it there. So recently, since February 2024, I have resigned from that post and prepared 2.5 months for this exam. And luckily, in my second attempt, I am able to crack at it and are able to secure such a good rank. So that has been the history.
So most of your education have been centered around Raipur, Chhattisgarh, right? So I assume you
Yes,
would
sir.
be inclined towards taking AIMS Raipur endocrine itself, right?
Yes, sir. Given the rank and given my preference was also Raipur, sir. So yeah, I will be very lucky if I am able to get it in counseling.
So this is one trend that I've noticed in some of the previous toppers also. Those who have finished their residency early and have say 6 year, 1 year time of preparation ahead of them, they would join as a non-academic SR in one of the premier central institutes. And I've
Yes, sir.
seen that that has given them a lot of edge in the examination, because reading the theory is one thing, listening to the
Yes,
lectures is one thing, but managing the case and seeing how they present is a totally different ball game, and that
yes,
gives you a whole lot of edge, not only for your theory but also for the interview. Am I right, Dr. Satyendra?
yes, sir. That is the correct part, sir. And for me, especially endocrinology as a branch, there are not many centers which have good endocrinologists, and you don't get much exposure. We get a general medicine exposure, we get nephrology, cardiology. Such exposures are relatively more common in India rather than endocrinology. So we also get a taste of what it is like to be an endocrinologist, what it is like to live a life as a endocrinologist. We discover our passion and also the knowledge and the application part also. It is very helpful, sir, if we work as a non-acad SR or if we get a taste from somewhere, sir.
That's a very important point, because over the years, endocrinology has emerged as one of the topmost preferences for the medicine residents after they have finished their MD or DNB. But still, they will have a very little exposure to endocrinology during their uh, postgraduate days, and especially or practically nil or none of the experience regarding pediatric endocrine cases. But
Yes, sir.
fortunately or unfortunately, a chunk of the questions would come from the pediatric endocrine area, and that
Yes, sir.
itself presents as a challenge to a person like me who takes endocrinology lectures, because I know that students are not very well versed with the topic. They may not know the basics and all, so we'll have to start right from scratch in order to make them understand the basics as well. So in your opinion, Satyendra, how has the DocTutorials endocrinology lecture videos, I assume you were subscribed to that, how has it helped in shaping up your preparation for endocrine as the core topic?
Yes, sir. Luckily, actually, sir, when I first gave the exam, I didn't prepare for endocrinology. In November 23, I gave the first exam. And luckily, I had resident academic SRs coming in my AIMS Raipur. And then they suggested from there that if you want to prepare for endocrinology, Doc Tutorial and Dr. Karthik sir will be the best available platform for you. So then I subscribed in November, and I tried to study along with my duties. I tried to study, and then in February, I almost completed my notes, but there were few videos left, and I decided to give it a full throttle and decided to resign from the post and try to study. And all the SRs which joined there, academic SRs, they were also your student, so that was also a good confidence boost. And I got a lot of guidance from various departments, and especially the doc tutorial videos were all very conceptual, and uh, they laid a fundamental. They helped in a lot, and also the WhatsApp group. That was also, you were very hands-on, sir, with all the students, sir. This is reflected in the immense success which you have got, sir. Uh, as much as this is my success, I believe this is also your success, sir. And there is no need for justification from my end. The result itself shows, sir. And you were very hands-on. The WhatsApp group also helped a lot because it gave us the confidence that if we have any doubt at any time of the day, we can just write it, and whenever you get the time and you tried your best and you gave us the answers, which was very confidence boosting, that if we get any doubt and if we have anything, and so that was very helpful, sir.
So,
I gave the test series also, sir, and test series was also very good, sir. The live test, grand test I gave, and I used to secure under top 10 in those also, in most of those. So that was also a confidence booster, sir, that I am in the right direction.
So I think as a teacher and representative of the DocTutorials platform, there is nothing more satisfying to other than to hear such a positive review and a feedback from a student, that too an achiever who has come out of all the hardships. And we are very proud to know that we have played even a little role that we have played in your success. We are very proud of that, and we would like to do and offer such things to many more students in the future. So, Dr. Satyendra, how
Yes,
did
sir.
you make use of the Q bank that the doctor tutorials? Were you able to complete all the questions? Did you finish the video lectures and then go to the Q bank, or you finished all the questions in a go? How did you plan for that?
Sir, I first I tried to make online notes of your lectures, video lectures, whatever I could make the notes of. I tried to make as good notes as possible, and I revised it 5 to 6 times, I think, before the exam. I tried to revise it as many times as possible. So all the long videos I watched, and the QRP videos I watched, and revision videos, whatever, some live sessions also you gave. So I tried to make notes of that and tried to revise it as much as possible. Then after I finished that, I QBank was, sir, very vast, very intense, and very well formulated. But the problem was that I couldn't find myself enough time to do all the QBanks, sir. So probably I did only 50% around the QBank. I couldn't complete it all, and I tried to give as much as grand test, even the previous year's grand test, as much as possible, sir. So grand test, I think, I believe I gave almost all live ones, and old grand test, almost all I gave, sir.
So, and you have shared your ranks as well. You were consistently scoring digit ranks in the grand test, I suppose, and that has
Yes,
accurately
sir.
been reflected in the final results as well, as is reflected by many of the achievers this year. And it has been like that for so many years now.
Yes, sir.
So, the endocrinology, as you know, constitutes the major part, around 50 to 55 questions, but you still have to prepare well for medicine, because sometimes if the
Yes,
endocrine
sir.
part becomes too easy, then medicine often becomes, even a moderate paper would become the rank determining one. So how did you uh, balance between the medicine and endocrinology part? And is it only Harrison, or did you refer to your own notes for medicine revision?
Sir, actually, it's matlab, I feel that medicine is such a vast subject that you cannot have only one source. And examiners also in NEET and INI both, they use multiple sources to formulate their question, because and nobody can be sure of the medicine part. So I have read Harrison in my DNA, in my preparation of the exam, in my theory paper in the post graduation days, for DNB paper I prepared it. So I had read Harrison thoroughly, and I tried to revise that, the notes which I had made during those times. Plus, the tables of Harrison's are very important. Along with that, some coaching center notes I had, that also I revised. So I tried to be as extensive in general medicine as possible, but sticking to my notes. What I had prepared, that only I revised, and without having any FOMO, we have to actually prepare, because I believe that general medicine, how much ever you study in the exam, there will be very tough questions from general medicine, even from the topic which you feel you are confident at, because you cannot be sure what is the source the examiner is using as a question. So I believe that making concise notes in general medicine also, and sticking to that notes without having any FOMO is very important, because that will uh, be make you in good stead if the questions comes from your notes, sir.
Very important point, because as you have rightly pointed out, you have 20 odd questions from medicine part, and it is very difficult to guess from which part the question would be coming. As you have told, the subject is very vast. They can ask from any nook and corner of the Harrison, which has been the case for the last so many years. But having an overall knowledge is very important, and that is the reason why so many freshers are now coming, because they are so fresh from finishing medicine, are having better prospects in getting more medicine questions correct. Okay, so the job of was only three-fourth done. I would say three-fourth done once the MCQ was over, and you still had that departmental test remaining. So how did you prepare? Did you have some additional measures like read something extra, or you just went ahead with your overall knowledge of endocrinology, which you gained by reading the notes and textbook?
Sir, luckily I had guidance from you. You were again hands-on for the interview, and the entire doctoral team was hands-on with us. They had mock interviews, and again, interview was also taken very seriously at doctoral. We were given many opportunities to ask our questions and have live sessions and mock interviews. These were all helpful. Plus, I got some guidance from seniors also, and my friends also in AIMS Raipur, and I realized that in interview mostly they focus on endocrinology part. So I again revised my endocrinology videos, the notes I had of the endocrinology notes, that I again revised, and luckily in the this time of the interview, in this session which I attended, last session I was unable to qualify for the interview. So this session only I attended the interview, and this session, I think there was 36 students, and they had to do all at once. In the one day, the examiners had to question every interviewer, 36 interviewers at the one day. So they were asking very basic questions, and the interview was uh, they went into advanced question only after you have answered the basics. So they were allotting like 5 to 10 minutes only per candidate. So I think the interview went very well due to all the preparation from the doctoral team, and I had devised my endocrine notes thoroughly again. So they asked questions based on endocrinology only.
So this so many aspirants would be listening to your interview, and it is very important that they also get the insight. So when they get qualified the next time, they would have an idea on what to expect in an interview, and by hearing the perspective from different toppers, I would say they would get a good enough idea so that they can be equipped beforehand. So you have said so many good things and positive feedback about our platform. So please tell me one or two things that you feel that this should have been better or this could have been offered by the platforms. Because all these feedbacks and criticisms, we always take in a positive note and help us to improve and like improvise ourselves. So can you tell me one or two points that you feel was lacking or deficient and this could have been better?
Sir, overall, I was very satisfied with the platform. I don't have any qualms. Especially if you're successful, you don't have any qualms. So luckily, I got a rank. I think there was a lot of luck involved. So luckily, I got a good rank. So everything seems gloomy now. But during only one minor issue, I will say is that when I used to give old grant tests, there was no comparison to estimate how well did I do, because there was no comparison as to what did the topper scored in those when the test was live. So if any estimate can be given, like I did, like uh, estimate was shown, but I didn't think that was very reliable, because even after getting 55-60 question, it showed that I was behind 90% of the students. So probably if the rank list can be, I'm sorry to criticize, sir. I don't want to be ungrateful, but uh, because it will help all the good grant tests which there is already uploaded in the platform, which we can give. We will have a better idea that if we did very well in the test, or if, because it's very hard while giving old grant test to judge what was the difficulty level for that the students who gave at that time. So we cannot judge it on our own. We only judge by comparing it with others. So comparison is necessary, I think, in that respect.
That's a
Yes,
really
only that
important point.
matters for my answer.
Yeah, I we would definitely take note of that, and I would really assure you that we would take care of that as soon as possible from our technical side, so that the future students will definitely benefit. Okay, so you are all set to join as a DM endocrinology resident in AIMS Raipur. So what is that one final message that you want to give out to all those endocrinology aspirants who would be attending the upcoming INI exams to come out victorious?
So I would say to give with confidence and to know that as a doctor we suffer a lot in our career, both before and after. Long, it's a long journey. So just enjoy your successes. It is not a only thing because the competition is very tough. So I would suggest that to have confidence, to be happy, to do it cheerfully, and to not be in a part of rat race, and do it as if you want to do it, then it will feel much easier rather than if you're doing in the fear of competition and the fear of rat race or something like that. So just find what you want, and if you really want it, then only go for it. Don't go after the rat race, and then you will be. Happiness is, I think, as important as success, and success is not equivalent to happiness. I would say that health is also important. Everything is important. So please take care, every doctor fellow. Please take care of that, and then ensure that if you have everything, your goal set, then go for full throttle, go for it, and all the best to all of you.
Very well, very well. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure
Thank
to
you,
have
sir.
you, Dr. Satyendra, and listening to you. All the very best to your personal and all your professional endeavors. Thank you so
Thank you, sir.
much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Again, lot of gratitude to you, sir, personally. Thank you, sir.
My pleasure. Thank you.